It's just straight. I didn't even change it.
We're
Right
gonna
out of the
do
box.
super cool stuff.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to show people my normal human self because I feel so alienated by the fact that people see me as like this weird guru kind of mystic, and I want to be more human than that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like some guy at the top of a tree. I went to the tree, now I want to come back down.
I've kind of developed that because it's like I got real into my mind and those spiritual practices and being. And it's hard.
What?
It's hard to just develop where I was going and what's going on in my mind and learning.
Feel set apart from society.
And you eventually, like, your friends don't...
Think about if you were actually isolated and not in a bar.
I know.
You really just didn't lose
even before that job, even when I didn't have a job, it was like that all the time, like in my room, trying to read things and figure this out.
Just like
and it's like even
puzzle.
Yeah, and it's like even like a lot of people aren't on that level of self-discovery either. So it's like
it doesn't even interest them.
It's like it's not interesting them, or they think you're crazy, and they're too worried about. Do I want to go to Taco Bell today, or do I want to go to McDonald's and I'm going to play this new video game I bought, and then I'm going to talk to my friend and smoke weed. Yeah. Like there's nothing there. Like involved.
That's part of why I'm thinking in solipsism that there is a realness to that. I feel like these are distractions. These people that we believe exist are just parts of the machine there to convince us that we're the weird ones. It's seeing how much you really love what you're doing that you can fight against the current.
Yeah.
But what if that current isn't even there? What if that's just part of the... It's a weird thought.
Yeah.
Like all these comparisons that we can make, but this person doesn't do it, but these people have it worse than you. But no.
I wish I was rich and had their job, because then I'd be happier because I'd have a nice car.
But then what if you are all there is and there are no such thing as rich people in the world? Think about it from my position though. I mean, I've had this bizarre life. I mean, I've had health conditions that people don't even believe. And I mean, and so why am I so exceptional when I didn't, why am I always an exception to the rule? Why am I always part of that 0.00001%? And that just makes me think, what if there is no one else and it's just, you have to deal with alienation as part of the system?
Yeah.
And that nothing that you are is actually strange. I mean, that's a weird thought. That all these things you're comparing yourself to don't actually exist.
Yeah. I think that's kind of like maybe I don't exist. Maybe I'm telling you I agree, but maybe I don't exist either. Yeah. But at the same time, I think it's part of you. Whether a lot of just people in general, people that are maybe real or figments or machines, maybe other real people, like it's still more about you growing. It's all about. It's not really even about you at this point. Like it's about more than that, and it's
explain what you mean a little bit more.
I think it's all. I think we're very. I think people are almost small in a certain disregard. I think we don't really matter as much as we think we do, but in the same sense, we matter more than ever. I think it's part of. It's part of. I think it's kind of like.
I've never felt that we were small. I mean, comparatively, and like in scope to like galaxies, we're small, but at the same time we're sentient, and that in itself is as large as it gets.
Yes, but so there's that, but in the sense of us ourselves, I think we are just blips on the map in a giant timeline of not being extremely important, but also we're something bigger. Like we're a part of something very, very big, so we are important.
It's like the whole non-duality concept I explained to you. Like we're fragments of the original entity.
Yes.
In a sense.
So I think part of getting to that position, or getting to that mindset of
acknowledging that you're small and incomplete in some sense.
And getting to that helps you get to different levels and helps you get to bigger levels.
Yeah.
And it helps, like, it's not like
humility,
you're belittling. It's not like you're belittling yourself, or you're not worth it, or you're not smart, or you're not important. But it's losing that sense of self, that almost like ego death type of thing that helps you grow and helps you become what you're supposed to be further on.
Well, that actually sounds similar to what I've always said about humility. A lot of people who say the word humility, they're like, oh, just put yourself down, say that you're worthless and small and not as good as this. But I think it's just a sense of realism. It's saying, it's important as I am, I'm not all there is.
I'm kind of saying it weird.
No, I understand what you're saying. But it's just acknowledging that you are not all that exists.
Mm-hmm.
Something greater than you is out there. But that's not to say that you're any less important than you think you are.
Sure, you're just a part of it.
Yeah.
You're a part of a very big turning
A
wheel.
great whole, yeah.
But knowing that is part of you becoming who you
Succeeding,
supposed to
moving
be,
on to the
and
next.
helping the wheel turn.
Yeah.
Whereas I believe there's a lot of people that aren't ever that don't ever help, and that might be kind of what you're
saying that they don't
referring
actually
to as
exist.
machines. Yes,
Yeah.
they don't actually exist.
Not actually machines, but just people.
Maybe
just
maybe not even
expressions
necessarily,
of my
that
my
or
cynicism or something.
I also kind of believe a weird thing where it's like, yes, maybe, like technically maybe they don't exist. Maybe they are kind of products of your imagination or just NPCs in a big game sort of type thing. But also I feel like there's people that will never get to certain levels. In this
Real
life.
people?
Yeah. I feel like they won't. And I feel like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Then what would be the point of this
I don't
test,
know what
this challenge,
happens.
if everyone just succeeded?
Exactly. So I don't know what happens like after death. Like I don't know if they go back to the same game, like reincarnation.
That's what I feel. I feel like everyone will eventually, but it's a time thing. Or they start the next
round really far down, or you're not,
Yeah.
But I feel like not everyone is on the, and that's kind of probably coming from like the judgmental side of my psyche. But I just don't feel like a lot of people are anywhere on the same level of self-understanding and learning and knowledge and what they're doing in this life. It's like
just lacking self-awareness.
Some dude that just doesn't give a shit his whole life and drinks beer his whole life and doesn't give a shit and just dies. Like, what is what is the point of your existence or life or anything? Like, even if you're a real person, like, what did you do? Like, you just drank beer your whole life and died, or you smoked and you
no
got cancer
understanding
and
of the big picture.
Yeah, there's zero understanding, and I think there's a lot of people that just go their whole lives and don't.
It's all the id. It's all just the sensual
pleasures. There's barely a fire
and what you
there.
want.
There's barely anything going on, or you're distracted your whole life by random bullshit. And there's nothing. Like, you're not growing, you're not learning, you're wasting away,
Stagnant.
and it's just stagnant. And I don't feel like
it's an obstruction to the
if
people
we're going
that are
into
moving.
the next round, the next life. Like, yeah, you're definitely an obstruction. You can obstruct a lot of other people too. So it's like almost like, where do you go? What's next for you?
I can't imagine someone like that who would be better off for everyone else if they would just go on. But there are a lot of those people, and it sounds like a terrible thing to say, but I used to be a lot more vocal about this stuff, but I've become a lot more when I got into psychology. I mean, you understand people's, as stupid as people are, you still understand where they're coming from. Yeah. And so, even though I don't agree with it anymore, I understand a little more. It makes me
empathy.
Yeah, I've become a lot more empathetic in recent years, which have I ever explained to you what's so special about this portrait?
No.
Well, it's the oldest known picture of Christ, first of all. But here's what's interesting about it. There's actually both sides of his face. They're different sides. The judge. The Redeemer.
Interesting.
So you could see it, like how it's so obviously different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and this has been just There's a picture online where someone just took the halves and put them together, and it's called Christ Pantocrator. I named my most recent leg of tendon after that, tendon pantocrator, which means, I think, Almighty. Yeah. So tendon pantocrator was kind of like my way of combining tendon and cornea together and forming a truce between my young self and my current self, which doesn't represent young and present, past and present, as much as it represents autonomy and automaticity. So the automatic self and the autonomous self. So Corey and Cornelia was
that's really cool.
About the painting?
I've seen the painting before.
Yeah. There you go. It takes 2 hours and
yeah, cool.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of speaks to me in a weird way. I just love the art anyway. I love the orthodox art.
Yeah.
Byzantine.
I've always been a super fan too. I have a lot of prints that I've like stolen online, like high quality prints. I'm gonna
Right.
print it off. Different old school paintings, like
Yeah.
very old
Like
paintings.
from that kind of look.
Yeah. That look, and even
I
a little
love
bit,
the
a little bit
religious
after
look.
too.
The gold.
Yeah.
Love that.
I gotta get one printed off. I have one planned. I gotta get printed off the next.
Do you have the printer?
Oh, I got a Staples.
Oh, you do?
And the one lady
Oh,
doesn't give a
poster.
shit about copyrights. I just get high quality prints.
Just big posters.
Just big giant poster frame them.
Cool.
Like
How
a
much
space
it cost?
one. Oh, it's cheap. Yeah, I mean it's not like
I get them on Zazzle for like. That's where I get my posters. All these things on the wall I made
Yeah.
from Zazzle.
how expensive are they?
I got them on sale, so I usually wait until they run like 50% off sales. Then I get each poster's about $8.
Can you do custom stuff?
That's all. I mean, I have
How
them
is
I have a bunch of
$8 or $9?
when I got off the 50% off sale.
Oh, nice. So like 16, 20 bucks. That's kind of what Staples is like
Okay. Yeah.
20, like
That's about
20,
standard.
15, 20.
But I have
but
tons more
some.
posters of my album art and stuff.
Yeah.
That used to be my
I think I have like mine's about that size. I have it framed too, like my space one. I think it might be a little bit bigger. But that was like very high quality, like really thick, like really fucking
Staples.
high quality, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
And then
these
I
are
just
like the
put them
cheap.
on Photoshop and sized it so it's like a super high quality image, and just was
Nice.
like, here is a USB, and everything's already sized. Just please print them. And they're like, oh, I love you.
Yeah.
They're like, we usually have to size them ourselves. I'm like, please don't do that because I already sized it, and you're gonna fucking drop its DPI like crazy.
Oh man.
And then sometimes I go and it's some people and they're like, oh, these are like all copyrighted. But then this older black
that
lady's
sucks.
like, print,
Yeah.
print.
The older people.
Print. They don't give a shit.
Like I
There you
said,
go.
I have a lot of these posters too, like doubles of them, because like some of them got like creased or something. Original batch, so if you
Oh,
want
nice.
these, I could probably find an extra.
Oh, that would be all. I feel like I should pay you.
No,
But it's such cool.
you
work.
bought my sushi.
No, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool though. It's kind of like I always planned like my art room just to like, and I'm really weird about framing stuff too. Like I really wanted.
I wish I had the
Oh,
money to
yeah.
invest in getting them all in frames,
That's
like
where
the Da
it
Vinci.
starts
That's
to-
beautiful frame.
That's where it starts to get really pricey.
I know.
And you
That
look
that
at it
would
and
be
you're like,
more than the pictures.
okay, yeah, and it's also
The
just
$30 frame.
wood around
Yeah.
the picture. So, but I don't know, just the
You'd be
art
better off
major
just
in me and
cutting
shit.
wood and then nailing it around the picture instead of building a frame.
making your own frames.
And what I wanted to do is get some like little gold or like brass plates with the name, like you'd find in a museum. Just like a little plate that said like the artist name and the title.
Cool. But they're very cool paintings. It just makes me want to like focus my space because I feel like it pushes me to more.
Get a
pushes
theme
me
going.
more into like a learning type. Let's study stuff, and it pushes me to be. I need to be more creative. I need to work on this. I need to work on this. I think I think you're right. Like your surroundings are kind of a representation of like you. Like and it helps build yourself and what you're working on. Because I remember years where it's like art was all over my walls and posters and
how could
everything.
you do anything at all in
And
just
then
a white room?
I could just sit and then draw and,
Oh, yeah.
and pull inspiration from all around me.
It's like
and
it's
paintings.
affirming your creativity. It's affirming your existence and your abilities.
Which I think is big, which I think I could never really do on previous places. So I've only lived at this place for like a little while, but all my previous places I lived for I think the last like 6 years, I was always like broke, paying for other people's shit, people breaking my stuff, people stealing stuff, people like just really shitty living situations.
People leaving their food out on
Half-eaten fucking hot dogs on the laptops.
Kyle?
Yes. No, but shit like that.
On the laptop?
Yeah, he would eat food, half-eaten food on his laptop and shit.
Just like on the keyboard?
Yeah, and like go to work. And you're just like, dude, there's a half-eaten hot dog on your laptop. Like, do you want it? If you don't want it, throw it away. That's shitty, but do something with it.
Yeah,
like,
I hate
don't
wasting
know.
food.
Yeah, me too. Because it's like, I just want to eat it, so it's gone.
Yeah.
And not on a laptop, but also I don't want to eat Kyle's half-eaten hot dog laptop.
Lapdog.
But yeah, but I'm planning on a big, creative, working Contra Chico's artistic breakthrough.
Let's get you
I
some
think-
paint. Let's get you
Yeah.
some for like
Oh,
the
I
walls.
got plenty of
For the wall?
Oh yeah, no, for the walls I want to get paint.
What color are you doing?
Oh man, I really want dark red. I kinda
Okay,
want,
you told me that. That's a nice color to work with.
I really want.
Right now I'm really into
I don't know
black,
if I can,
dark red, and white as
the
a
only
combo.
thing is I can't get. I think what I'm gonna focus on is like my room of kind of like creative solitude, so I can go in there and kind of like boom get into the mindset.
Yeah.
Because like the only thing is if we ever move out, I have to repaint everything
Yeah.
white. So it's like, if I paint my whole house, I'm gonna have to like repaint it at some point, which is pretty
It's worth it.
But
It's worth
I
it.
think it would be too. Like just get paint.
I mean, even if I'm only down here for like a year and set all this up and this awesome tomb, but I mean, this is.
It's so cool.
I got
it's
the
super cool.
worth out of it just with all these breakthroughs I've had in this room.
Yeah.
It really puts me.
It's
in
true.
trance.
That's what I think is like gonna be my focus for like some of my free time and other things is really like focusing.
That's how
on,
it is for me a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Just like look at, I got these candles back going.
Yeah.
So, like look at.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I mean, this is
So
how it
nice.
is a lot of the time, and this is just inspiring.
Yeah.
You know.
Very comfy too.
Yeah, especially when it's not so cold and I have the fan blowing.
Mhm. I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm excited though. I'm super
As
excited.
you should be.
I think I'm gonna get out of here though. 'Cause I got something stuff.
Yeah.
Mutant bread mold in my pocket.
Oh, you took that? You took the whole thing?
Yeah, it's just a gesture.
Okay, that's dude, that's hilarious. Keep that. It's funny. I'm just the way you can draw that stuff without like any reference. People, I can't do stuff like that myself. Even though I made all that art, I'm still got a freehand.
Really?
Yeah. I used to like I would trace sometimes or just have to look at something,
Mm-hmm.
which is weird because I have imagination. But
Yeah.
at the same time, what is it?
I think it's almost like muscle memory because it's
It
just.
might be my bad sensory.
Yeah, it could be. It's like a lot of my art too. It's like you saw a lot of it, and a lot of it was just like scratches and abstract, and a lot of it was drawing all that. Those big giant pages were like 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, go.
Have you ever tried your hand at like a longer piece?
Yes, I lose.
How long did that take?
Like 2 hours.
Okay. That's about how long it takes me to do my stuff at 2 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was probably, but, and it's hard too sometimes because that's right when I was getting into color, so I was spending time like, look at your Sharpies and what color I want this, what color I want this. But as far as drawing that, I could do that in like 20 minutes.
Okay, without the color.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or even with the lines with the color and all that, I could just.
Oh, okay.
I got real good at doing very similar symbols, very similar line work, very similar designs. The skull I could draw like immediately. I could draw it in 15 minutes. Or I could draw it in 2 minutes. Just
Really?
yeah,
Do it.
just a
Do it right
skull.
now. Do it right now.
I could do. I mean, and it
You don't have to.
it won't be like super exact, but
You don't have to.
but-
I'm just interested.
I'm gonna do it. I'm
Really?
gonna do it. Yeah. I mean, at least gonna draw the type of skull that I usually draw. And I got really good at doing really good circles, really good like crisp lines, because I always worked with like
You do have a crisp lines and some really good circle.
like really just crisp, precise, and I also like I do different things all the time too, like really creepy, long teeth, long, just kind of abstract looking stuff.
Like I told you, I want to have like each of us to wear some kind of like a fetus skull on our shoulders, like as an emblem for since Judaism was child virus. I like that symbol. Well, it's like the things I showed you too. They had those little alchemy symbols in them, like in the quadrants on the top of the skull. It would actually be cool if we had like real, maybe not real skulls, but like stuff that we could really like mount on our shoulders, almost like shoulder pads.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like baby skulls. That's one of those things that wouldn't be our group image as much as just the guys in it, like us, you know. But that's not at the forefront because that would just freak people out. apparently. Let me see. I'm trying to. Oh. I didn't win that magic auction the other day for those cards. I'm sad. Okay. Here is one of the PsyOps patches. Civil Affairs and PsyOps Command patch.
Yes.
That's the sword with the 2 lightning bolts.
Okay.
Like that?
I do like that.
That one's usually, yeah, that's one of the 2 main ones. And it comes in several colors. Then the other logo is this guy. I don't like the colors on that though, but yeah.
Yeah, the colors are kind of.
That's an Afghanistan flag, so.
Oh really?
Yeah, but yeah, I do like this. That's weird that you chose like swords and knights.
It's just,
and then
it's like,
that's like what that is.
It's kind of been long symbolism.
Yeah.
In a lot of stuff.
Whoa, here's a combo of them both.
Creepy.
This is airborne. Yeah, you want me to pick some of the stuff up? Some patches?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. So yeah, we should have some kind of uniform then.
Yeah.
I do like the kind of military, not full blown military.
We could easily make it a mix of kind of normal.
Like military plainclothes, kind of just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, not like full out fatigues or anything. I don't want to impersonate anyone either, but I like this one a lot.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
I
cool.
kind of don't really like the win with words at the top.
You don't like the way? That's what I like about it, actually.
Really?
Yeah, just the idea.
Yeah.
It's like the battle, win with wit and words and wisdom. Too, there's a capstone has a magic lamp in it, and you taste your own enemy.
That is pretty cool.
I think that means like
I feel like we should
changing
almost
speech or something.
I feel like we should almost make our own.
Yeah, I feel that way too. Like inspired from some of these symbols. We should also have our own unique coat of arms. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Just very personal symbol. Here's, yeah, that's. Oh, nice! That was so quick. That's cool looking too. Teeth, well, and like wooden looking.
Yeah.
I like that.
Good stuff. I don't know. I got really good
The
at
sun and the moon dangling.
Yeah. Character stuff and just fast. So different than that one.
Yeah.
But you know, the jaw and the stuff.
The cheeks are kind of.
Yes. And I don't know what happened with the nose all square like with that, or just the in the face. Yeah. Yeah.
Check this out. Persuade, change, influence. That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I like that one a lot.
So you heading out?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here.
Do you want to leave your cards here, or you want to take them?
in the back.
What?
Need bread mold in the back because it's carbon copy.
Oh, are you leaving this here?
Thank you.
You leaving this?
Yeah.
All right.
Unless you, I mean, I don't know. I have like 1,000 of these.
1,000 what?
These pads.
Wait,
you
which?
want it?
Yeah, I want some of the drawings, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, just keep going.
Okay.
Just keep
Funny.
if you want. Kind of
Bread.
something to remember the night by.
Yeah.
Mutant bread. Some lady in a bar wanted me to draw mutant bread mold, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get out of here though.
Right, man.
I'll let you walk me out, gentlemen.
Probably. Like a half channel.
I got started.